February 7th, 2024. So I had this thought today, and it went like this. So as long as I'm doing my baseline tasks, as long as my baseline is a sturdy enough baseline, a solid foundation, as long as that's there, as long as I do that daily and I execute on that every day, I would imagine that anything extra on top of that is just extra. What the fuck, man? Just trying to record a show. Because I'm, I don't know what episode it is. 106. I ain't doing shit. Oh, wait. I've been thinking about that a lot because I just don't feel like I'm doing anything. But I really am. And I think what I need to ground myself in is the fact that this is my new baseline. This is what I got going on. These are the things that I do every single day that I will do. This is the absolute baseline. So as long as I complete these tasks, I will be leveling up. And anything extra is obviously extra credit. We all want extra credit. It's great. But as long as I do my baseline is the trajectory of my everyday is upward. It's positive. It's not going down. I'm not losing anything. I'm growing here. I'm not dying. And I think it's important here that I have different aspects of my life as these tasks, which is 75 hard. So I've got the personal development, which is pretty much everything. But we've got the mental development, which is reading, actively reading. So, and then we have the physical development, which is the workouts. Then we have the health. I guess that plays into physical. Then we have the discipline. We have the paying attention to small things. We have, such as the photo. And then we have the discipline aspect of no alcohol, no cheats, nothing like that. And of course, doing all of these things perfectly without compromise, with zero substitution, no deviation from the program. And then we have the ice bath, which for me is the ultimate discipline because I hate doing it. I've never once said, yay, ice bath, And then we have the discipline for the nutrition, which is the diet for me, which is 225 grams of protein every single day, and then 3,250 calories per day, which usually ends up being somewhere around 240 grams of protein, 85 grams of fat, and then almost 500 grams of carbs. It's usually about 470-ish. It just depends on how much fat and protein I have, but that's my baseline. And I think I need to ground myself in the idea that as long as I get that done, anything that I do extra is just extra. It's not like I do the baseline and I'm failing, I'm falling behind because I'm not doing extra. I'm doing what is required. I'm leveling up. And so long as I keep up with that consistently for the long run, I think that's where the compound effect will take into effect. And I'll start, seeing the fruits of my labor in that regard. And I don't know, I guess something I could share with that is the fact, so at my job, we have a process that we have to follow, and it's fucked. It's so stupid the way that it's set up. It'll say, just to explain in simple terms, it'll say, hey, go to Walmart for this item, and you go to Walmart for this item, and then they say, oh, you know what? So here's part of the item. You got to go to Target to get the other thing, and if it's not there, then you're going to check with dollar store, but the dollar store it's in Kansas, so you got to drive 20 miles, or 20 miles, 2,000 miles. I don't give a fuck. 500 miles. And so good luck. And then so you go to Target and they say, no, it moved. So it's at Joann's. So there you go. And then you're like, what the fuck is going even on right now? And so you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll road trip to Kansas. I'll go to a dollar store, and you go to dollar store and they say, so you're just going to use blue paint. Yeah. And it's like, why couldn't Walmart just tell me that shit, bro? And that's literally the process. That's really what happened. I guess not literally. That's figuratively the process. What you do is you go to one book tells you to go to another, that tells you to go to the blueprint references you back to the first book, and the first book says, move to this, and you go to another book, and then it says, it's blue. And that's it. And I'm not even making this up. It's literally how it is. So anyway, I've been making the process better. I've been trying to make a little booklet with step-by-step everything on where every single detail is in each book. so that it simplifies everybody's life going forward, even past my time, leaving a legacy in the shop, if you will. And I've been working on it for a couple months now. Haven't really said anything to anybody. Only people who know are the people who come by and see me working on it, and I tell them, and that's fine. But today, a really cool thing happened. I've been working on it a lot. It's not done by any means, but there's a lot of work that's been done on it. And a guy came over here and over to my desk. He's like, "Hey man, I see you're working on this. Can I get a copy of that?" And I was like, "Dude, fuck yeah, you can. It's not done. It's going to be a lot better with time. So you can have this version." But my first thought after that, after working on this thing for 2 months, after nobody said anything, after and it doesn't matter. But it's just for example's sake. My first thought was, holy shit, stick with anything long enough, it'll be good enough, people will start noticing, and they'll want some of it. All you got to do is just stick with it. If I would have done the first version, because I'm on version 6 now, I just reiterated it. Given it a new reiteration. Bro, I need to learn some new vocabulary and speech. Can't speak for shit, man. Only 111 episodes into this shit, and I still haven't. Anyway, so this is my first thought, was like, dude, this is the compound effect. This is, if you stick, not the compound effect, if you stick with anything long enough, eventually it'll be a good product. Eventually somebody will want it. Eventually you're going to attract attention. Eventually it's going to change someone's life and make someone's life better. They're going to be inspired to do this, X, Y, or Z, whatever it is. If you just stick with it long enough. That was my very first thought. And it doesn't matter how simple or how unrelated this thing is to real life. It's just the principle behind it. I was working on this thing. Nobody asked me to do it. It's not in any of my job description to do this. It's not required. If I didn't do it, no one would care. But I'm doing it because first of all, it's helped me learn the process, because I'm taking notes, kind of on a very detailed level, because I want to make sure that anybody can read these notes and know exactly how to do it. And so yeah, I'm just doing it because I want to do it. And the fact that people are starting to take a liking to it, that's a very cool feeling. And again, very silly example. It doesn't matter in the slightest, but it's just the principle behind it. And I'm very proud of that. So just got me thinking, man. All I've been doing is just not dicking off. All I've been doing is just taking the downtime that I have and working and putting my effort into learning more. And that's it. I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm just not dicking off and not wasting time. That's it. And here we are with a great product that's helping other people with our job. So it's a very cool feeling. So principle there is stop dicking off and just work hard. Not work hard all day, but just work hard. And I don't know. So just thinking about that. Just do the baseline. As long as you do the baseline, anything more than that's going to come across as extra, and it's going to, throw you into a better category or whatever it may be. I don't really know where I'm going with that, actually. But anyway, that's a show. I don't really have much more than that. And, yeah. And so also I want to clarify something. In the show notes, I have the time, date, location, where I'm at, because that's where I am when I'm recording the show. That's what time I'm recording the show. That's my location. That's the date. And I am recording one show every single day. And the last 3 days, I haven't uploaded a single one. And so I guess if somebody's kind of coming by or passing by and seeing this, they're going to see, oh, he doesn't do one every single day. That's bullshit. He's just doing 3 in one day. No, and I don't really give a fuck if anybody believes that, because I know that I'm doing one every single day. And I'm just uploading them kind of however. I'm not going to lie. So just to clarify that. And then the show notes are, so I record the show, and then whatever time I finish recording the show, that's a timestamp I put in there for the time of the day. And then I write about what I just talked about kind of in a different light. So I'm talking about all this right now, and then I'll go ahead and write about it and put it in the show notes. So there's something to read, I guess, you can just get a quick glimpse. Also, it helps for the search engine optimization. Actually, I don't know about that, but it helps when you're searching in Spotify for an episode. If you remember me talking about something and I just so happen to put it in the show notes, you can search that up and you can find the episode pretty quickly. At least that's how it is for Spotify. I don't know about any of the other lesser platforms, but so yeah. So when you see the timestamp, that's exactly where I was at the time of recording, where, when, the location, because I just want to show that, because I've even wanted to record a podcast just in the middle of work. Who gives a fuck, man? Probably couldn't do that because yeah, anyway. But just to show you can record a show anywhere. You can record anything wherever you're at. You can make do. All you need is a phone and a voice recording app, which every phone, I think, comes stock with. So this is Voice Memos app. I've used every single episode with it. I have not used any other software for podcast episode recording. It's all been the Voice Memos app. I'm staring at it right now. It's all recording. Search episode 110, the dog episode, growing, maturing, episode 109, moving forward, episode 108, new podcast, NAM. That's all it shows. New name, featuring ChatGPT. Also, that episode blew ass. I'm not proud of that. I don't even want to upload it, honestly. So anyway. Yeah, so that's the show. Oh, I'm going to add one more thing. It's snowing like a motherfucker. Hello, Utah. It's great. And I slipped and I fell and I smacked my knee really good. And I think I tweaked my back. So that's great. Great. That's awesome. So hopefully I wake up tomorrow, my back isn't absolutely fucked. And same with my knee, because my knee hurts really bad. I slipped. My left leg went forward like I was doing the splits. And my right leg, the knee turned inward, smacked the ground with the inner portion of my knee. So it looked like I was making a letter F with my body. That's great. And so hopefully I don't wake up with a broken back or broken knee. So anyway, that's the show, guys. Seatbelts clicking. We're off. We're going home. Peace.